welcome to the CEOs and representatives of the agribusiness sector here in China who have shown an interest in investing in the Philippines or already have involvement in our Philippine agribusiness. Welcome and thank you for your continuing interest in our country. Agricultural development has been an important advocacy in public service. And that's why when I first became president, I was confronted by the impending crisis of food supply and food prices. And that's why I took the unprecedented step of appointing myself, or taking on the portfolio of the Secretary of Agriculture. I have placed the Philippine agricultural sector at the forefront of the post-pandemic recovery strategy, recognizing that it is an integral part of the Philippine economy and one of the main drivers of this administration's push for growth and development. In the midst of the climate crisis lies a great opportunity to create a cleaner and greener world. The Philippines intends to meet this global challenge and level up our green mineral sector and redirect our car assembly industry to producing batteries and e-vehicles. As provided by our Trade and Industry Secretary Fred Pascual in his remarks, we acknowledge the great potential that our green metals and battery EV manufacturing industry has in revitalizing the Philippine economy. With the Philippines' trajectory in generating renewable energy in the next 2 decades, our country has set out to increase, as Secretary Lotilla has pointed out, by 2040, the share of renewable energy in our electricity generation mix to 50%. Our ambitious target for renewable energy reflects the commitment that we have to green and sustainable development. That will enable the Philippines to grow stronger and faster as a developing country.
I think this visit is very important, very timely, and considering that we are launching our so many strategic programs, and in which China has, in many of those, have competitive edges. For example, agribusiness, manufacturing, particularly nickel and EV, electronic vehicles, and energy, especially renewable energy. And they're quite pleased to hear the very strong interest of the business community there. Those who attended the roundtable discussions involving captains and business leaders of industry, we're very optimistic about the opportunities here in the country and would like to engage with us and partners with our local corporations. And I think that we have to, in our side naman, move fast to seize those opportunities, as because you don't seize them when they arise, and you may lose them. Just like what happened when we missed the Koreans, and they were looking for home bases for their manufacturing plants. We missed them; they went to Vietnam, and it has become a big manufacturing base for Korea. So there's that very strong interest in the Philippines now by the top Chinese businessmen, and we should seize those opportunities. It's very encouraging to hear those developments from China, especially the kind of support and same optimism expressed by the Chinese leaders, President Xi Jinping, and the discussion with the president was very positive in the sense that it lays down the groundwork for establishing peace and stability in our region, particularly with respect to the South China Sea, so that both sides, economic sides, Philippines and China, as well as the whole region, will prosper.
And then, sir, there are the 14 bilateral agreements that were signed. Can you tell us something about that, sir? And then, what does this mean for the Philippines in general, sir?
Well, these are memorandum of understandings. Particularly the one that I signed is a memorandum of understanding for engagements between Philippines and China in many areas, particularly agriculture, energy, people exchanges, and tourism, among others. So again, those areas are very much in the spirit of the Philippine Development Plan that we just completed. The strategic areas there identified in the PDP for the medium term are very much the same areas are covered by these different agreements. No? So it's a very promising, again, to say that the PDP will be in a way supported by trust like this, and we need to move fast again. As I said, move fast, seize the opportunities, get our houses into order. We have so many things to fix, but of course it's chicken and egg. Those things that need fixing require a lot of investment, energy, in infrastructure, but we also need investments for that create jobs, manufacturing, tourism, agribusiness, logistics. These are the Chinese are bringing to the table. Surely it's not just the impact in the short term, like inflation, but more importantly, it's the impact on the medium to long term when these investments will be able to create more jobs, will make our companies, our industries more competitive, because this come with infrastructure, R&D, better ways of doing services, supplying services. So the productive capacity of the economy will improve, will be enhanced. Hence the productivity of labor will increase, and that's what will in the end support continuing rises in wages, and those increases in incomes and wages are the ones that deliver improvement in the welfare of our people.
The state visit was highly successful because there were many engagements at different levels. For instance, we had our first meeting with the standing chairman, or the chairman of the standing committee of the National People's Congress, almost my equivalent, no? So their parliamentary system lends itself to these interparliamentary exchanges, which were basically reiterated. So also upon the instruction of our president, we shall engage our counterparts at the parliament and at our Congress and our Senate levels. No? This provides a better coordination and more understandings and better cooperation at that level. Then we also had a meeting with the Premier, Li Keqiang, and followed by a bilateral, no less than the President of the People's Republic of China, President Xi Jinping. So at the many levels of government, the top ranks, our President and the delegation had engaged, and these personal engagements mean a lot because the person-to-person meetings lend itself to not only a better rapport, but provides more confidence and a better understanding of the nuances with the relations. And that reiterating our president's statement is that while we have some issues that have challenging concerns, like our maritime issues, that does not represent the totality, the entirety. We have a vast range of issues and concerns and common interests, whether it's trade, finance, culture, education, and political. So we have many areas of agreement. So we want to further strengthen that by direct engagements at the various levels. So that's being encouraged, and I myself have already sent my personal written letter, not to the chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress, also accepting the invitation, the long-standing invitation that was extended to our Congress, and so we look forward to that. And similarly, after this state visit, our president invited President Xi Jinping and his wife, First Lady Pang, to come to the Philippines. This type of exchanges promotes deeper and even a healthier relationship, because the trust and confidence with one another is built up. And also, we also look forward to these exchanges that were not possible during the past 2.5 years because of the COVID restrictions. And auspiciously, by January 8th, the protocols in China will be relaxed, and so they will open up their bubble, so to speak, and these exchanges can already commence. So this will go a long ways in promoting not just trade, but not just cultural exchanges, but it will lead the path towards peace, prosperity, and stability in the region, which will both do. ASEAN's number one trading partner is China, and China's largest trading partner is the ASEAN. So it's in the best interest of countries in the ASEAN and then China to have stability, peace in the region. Well, the president was able to personally convey to President Xi Jinping the concerns of the Filipinos, the fishery issues, the maritime claim issues, these very sensitive issues. But it was brought up, in an atmosphere of mutual respect and equality, and that's why this state visit was so successful, because we could see the rapport, the personal exchanges between the two presidents, and the confidence now that they have with one another on the sincerity of each heads of states' words, and how that will go a long ways in addressing all these issues, whether they be contentious or not, moving forward. So this definitely means a lot to the relations with the People's Republic of China. There was an invitation by President Marcos to President Xi, and from the looks of it, I think that might be forthcoming, because they actually enjoyed each other's company and that of the respective First Ladies. First Lady Luisa Marcos and First Lady Peng went very well. You could see that there was chemistry right off from the start.